Hello and welcome to Base Plate Reviews. Today I'm going to be doing a build and review of the new for March 1st set 77248, the BWT Alpine F1 team A524, 258 pieces, and this goes for $27 US, 27 euros, 23 British pounds and 35 Canadian dollars, which is what I picked it up in. And actually I was able to pick it up from Walmart on March 1st. Often my local Walmart doesn't have new sets up actually on the day they release, so this was a nice surprise. It's the only set that I picked up, and I just wanted to pick up this Alpine Renault set. This is a team which came 6th last year in the Constructors' Championship in F1, and there were actually Speed Champions sets released for all 10 of the teams, which is the first time we've ever seen anything like that happen. I've actually got a couple of other Speed Champions F1 cars from previous years, so the Mercedes just there, that came with a support car as well, and we've got the 2023 McLaren, so it'll be interesting to see how this compares with those. I picked this one out not because I've got any affinity for the team or anything, I just like the colours. I thought it was a bit different from some of the other cars. When we look at the back, it does show the actual real life car just there. This looks like it's a pretty good approximation of that. Interesting helmet as well. So yeah, hopefully this is going to be a good one. It's a really interesting thing that LEGO have done this year to go very heavily with Formula 1. I mean, we've even got Duplo sets in F1, so they're clearly thinking that this is the brand to be associated with. But yeah, let's get to open this up and see what we're working with. So as well as these 10 Speed Champions F1 sets coming out on March 1st, we also saw a couple of huge Technic sets and also an Icon set with Nigel Mansell and his 1992 Williams that won the championship. So like I say, really heavily going for it here. I'm expecting this is going to have an absolute ton of stickers. Speed Champion sets pretty much always do, but especially the Formula 1 ones. Of course, they've got lots and lots of sponsors, and I'm expecting that very little of this is going to be printed. Maybe this large piece here, but pretty much other than that, it's going to be stickers. As long as you apply them well, it should be okay. But let's see what's inside the box here. So I wasn't expecting 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 bags here. I mean, they've really split that up. I mean, some of the bags are really quite small. I mean, look at bag 1. I mean, it's barely anything to it. 6 bags doesn't mean that it's going to be a substantial build. We've only got 258 pieces. Nice colouring on the booklet though, really vivid, a lot more vivid than the box actually. The colours look really kind of bright and yeah, bold there, so interesting. And of course we have got that enormous sticker sheet, so I think it's numbered up to number 26 there, so 26 stickers. I don't think any of them are duplicated. So yeah, an awful lot, but it's what I expected. Anyway, I'm going to get to building. I'm not going to film it just because I'm going to be applying so many stickers, but I'll come back to you with the review. There we go then, our BWT Alpine F1 team A524, one of the 10 Speed Champions F1 sets that are all releasing on March 1st. And this is a tough one for me because obviously I'm spending my own money on these. You know, unless you're part of the LEGO Ambassador Network, you're not going to be really getting free LEGO in general. So, you know, I'm always trying to buy stuff that either is really great value from a parts perspective, maybe I don't like the set, but you're not going to be doing that with a Speed Champion set, or you're trying to pick up stuff that you really like. And I just don't like this, which is unfortunate. There are some really good bits. So the front end, really great. Also that nose, nice and opaque with the printing, so there's no colour bleeding through. In terms of the wheels, they're nice, as lots of these Speed Champions F1 sets are, so bigger wheels at the back, So the tyres are thicker than at the front. The side, yeah, they're fine. And the rear's not too bad either. So you might be asking, well, what's my problem then? Well, it's actually just this bit here. If we take a look at it, they seem to have made the bizarre decision to make this incredibly squared off, and instead to use the stickers to indicate the kind of shaping. Now the real life car certainly does not look like that. We've got a picture of it on the box just there, and you should be able to see it's not squared off like that at the back. I understand that they don't want to do the same exact build for every set. They've got 10 sets coming out, but what they've decided to do here is just really weird. It doesn't look right at all. On top of that, the minifig's not great either in terms of their overalls. We'll take a look at them in a second when I compare them versus the other minifigs from the other two F1 sets that I've got from previous years. Yeah, it's a bit of a pity, this one. I do like the colours. Some of the pinks probably aren't quite vivid enough, but probably matches up reasonably well with the real thing. Obviously tons and tons of stickers, but you're getting into that with Speed Champion sets and specifically F1 sets. They do have a lot of advertising all over them. The advertising for the most part, it seems to be in pretty much the right places. But yeah, just overall a real pity. That shaping really lets this down. It's a very weird decision to make. In terms of comparisons with previous year's Formula 1 Speed Champion sets then, the first thing that we should be able to see is when we have them all lined up here at the back with their back wheels. Actually, this year's one is quite a bit longer than the other two. We can see just here, it really is coming out a bit more. And as we're at the front end now, one of the best things about this one is just the opaqueness of this print. We can see that was a bit problematic with the McLaren. So that orange didn't pop at all. You could kind of see the black coming through. And if we go over to the Mercedes, that wasn't even printed. That was a sticker element. Also, with the front wheels, we can see pretty basic with both of these ones. Yeah, the Alpine has these nice structures just here. And I think that looks pretty good. I think the shaping at the front end is definitely right up there with the McLarens. A bit better than the Mercedes. It really is just that back end. This kind of just board effectively is what it looks like. That's how they've decided to show that sculpting off. Aside from that, the shaping with this bit is really nice. Again, pretty comparable to the McLaren, and a bit different again to the Mercedes. So some nice differences, some that are really good, really positive. But there are bits, like I say, with that kind of just board effect. It makes it look very, very square. Yeah, a bit of a pity, but I would definitely say this matches up very well in comparison to previous year's cars. It's just that there might be some better ones in this year's selection. Yeah, it might be better to go for one of the other teams, unless you have a particular affinity for this one. I wish I could say that the minifigure is a step up on the car, but it just isn't. As we can see, the overalls here just don't do justice to the real life overalls. And also, trust me, the helmet is nothing like the real life helmet either. If we compare it to the previous year's minifigures, I would have said it matches up somewhat similarly to the McLaren, but actually that minifigure has a bit more detailing on the back, and it definitely doesn't get close to the Mercedes minifigure, which has lots of the logos and stuff all over it. I'd also say the pink just doesn't pop enough either. This just isn't opaque enough. The printing's not up to quality. So yeah, a bit disappointing overall, really. In summary then, would I advise getting this one? Well, if you're collecting all of them, then of course, but I think there are probably better ones in the range this time around. I think that looking at pictures, I would probably go for the RB Cash App one, or maybe the Williams. They look pretty good shaping wise, and also some distinct colours. It's just a bit of a pity. If you're going to pick one out of all of the cars available, I just couldn't advise this one. It's like I say, just a bit of a pity. That's what I went for. I wanted the unique colours. I didn't want to go for another McLaren or another Mercedes. And there's plenty of Ferrari stuff that gets released all of the time. But hopefully this has been a useful review to you, even though, not the most positive one for once. I do like Lego, but it can't always hit the mark, I suppose. If you have enjoyed the review, then please do leave a like, consider subscribing, and also let me know what you think in the comments below. Which of the cars in this range do you think really are worth getting? Or are you disappointed that there are so many F1 cars and it's squeezing out the other kind of speed champion sets? But with that, I'll leave you and say, as always, be good.